Hi guys, this is the Thomas Travels, and I've seen some of these videos before and I figured I'd give it my go. We stayed at the Jaz Aquaviva for 14 days over in Hurghada, Egypt, and this is my hotel walkthrough. I'll come back in at various opportunities and I'll just point out things that I'm seeing and that I need to point out, or that I remember that might be good tips for people. So yeah, here we go, walking up from where the bus will drop you off and straight into the lobby. Massive lobby, massively open space, large, free, airy and bright. Over to the right you can see where the TUI rep for all the UK guys, guest services, and I believe the taxi rank guy is over there. On the left was the bellboys, but here on the left is the lobby reception where you're going to check in, and there's a load of seating area where they'll make you sit as you come in. As you can see though, like I said, incredibly open, incredibly airy. Where you can see the two guys stood over on the left, that is the screen where you can book all your restaurants. One thing to know is you only get one restaurant out of the 7 or so per stay. Coming into the restaurant now, I have slowed this clip down a little bit as it was my first time running through you with a camera, so I've just slowed it down a touch. The food, I have to say, at this restaurant was incredibly top-notch. It is varied, it is fresh. There's 3 or 4 cooking stations, maybe 5. I saw them cooking prawns, crab, chicken, fish. You name it, it was there. It's awesome selection of breads, awesome selection of fruit and veg, and down in the bottom right hand corner you'll see in a minute is a kids station that was serving sandwiches, chicken nuggets, chips, stuff like that. One thing that was good to note though is, as you can just see as we walk past there, the drinks in various places are self-serve, which in some ways can be annoying, but some people quite like that. The desserts in this place were amazing. So we stayed at we visited one of the restaurants upstairs, the Egyptian restaurant, Falafel, I believe it was. The cakes, as part of the dessert, were incredible. The chef gave me a plate of them to take up to the room, which was really appreciated. One thing I will say though, on top of other restaurants or other hotels I should say, that we visited in the past, the desserts from here were all presented amazingly. It was quite good. As you can see, the restaurant was really clean. Coming out the back of the restaurant, you've also got this area here. So on the left is like the barbecue grill area. The bar is more for the evening entertainment, but then as you can see, there's also a shop that sells gifty type stuff, and a load of trainers in that second one. This area in the evening has a load of soft play inflatables, however they are chargeable on top of your stay. I think it was working out at €10 or £10. This is the space where the evening entertainment takes place. It takes place here to start with and then moves around to another area later on in the night. One thing I will say about the hotel is the grounds were lovely. It's a very large and open space. There's many ways to walk around areas, and the groundskeepers do a sterling job at keeping the whole place nice and green and looking good. Looking back to the right, that it goes over into the lobby. Over to the left, we can just about start to see the water park and the slides. Lovely little outdoor sitting area here with the fountains. And down that area is where the entertainment shifts to in the night, and they play a bit more music. Stepping back into the lobby, we are now in the area where the restaurants are off to our right currently, and if we head down this way, we're coming into the inside bar. Straight ahead of you, up the end of this corridor, is where the TUI rep, the guest services, and the taxi guy is. There's also some toilets up there. Cocktails from these bars were also pretty decent, it should be known. And then out to the outdoor sort of pool bar area. One thing to note, there is no other bar for the pools. There's no swim up bar, so most of the drinks you're going to get are going to be from this outside bar. There is a food court down on the left, however they did just serve beer on tap. But most of your drinks are going to come from this bar, whether you get them from the waiters walking around the pool or go up yourself. Main pool is split into 3 sections with this one raised upper section. They're all 120 centimetres deep, however there are 2 kids pools at the back which are 40 and 20 centimetres respectively. We found it relatively easy to find sunbeds most days. I'm not one of these people who gets up early and goes down and reserves sunbeds. I'm not going to set an alarm for that. They did seem really on it with people reserving these islands in the middle. You could only leave your stuff there for an hour and then they were got rid of. All the room buildings are surrounding these pools. You're either looking over the pools or you're looking over the gardens. We personally stayed looking over the gardens, which I thought was a better option. The lifeguards around these pools are pretty on it, mind. You're not allowed to jump in the pool, you're not allowed to have a drink while your feet are dangling in the pool, etc, etc. I got told off once for climbing out of the pool because it'd be slippery. So I'm not sure what the score is on that or why they're so on it, but it's something to know in case you got kids who like jumping into pools. They're not going to be allowed. They're going to be not shouted at, they're going to be whistled. This corner in the bottom left is where you're going to find your spa, the gym, and the kids club. One thing I will say from the spa is it was very, very, very lovely in there. All prices are charged back to your rooms. You pay them on checkout. The kids club was incredible, but the kids absolutely loved going there. And I have to say there's a massive shout out for the team there. And that is all from the Jaz Aquaviva hotel walk. Like I said, we're the Thomas Travels. If you like this and want to see more in the future, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's really appreciated and we really value every single one of you. And that's all from me. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much and cheers.